Today, let's travel to the South Bay to visit Robert's Vasona Branch. It depicts the Southern Pacific's line between San Jose and Santa Cruz in 1932. The real line was originally laid in 3-foot narrow gauge by the South Pacific Coast Railway. Following the 1906 earthquake, it was relayed to standard gauge and lasted until a tunnel collapse severed the line in 1940. Robert has been building this layout for over 20 years, and it is a showcase for beautiful and recognizable scratch-built structures to those who live in the Bay Area. One of the fun parts about the layout is that it's the first layout I've visited that actually is also part of my own prototype freelance route, the Alta California Railway. My railroad connects Oakland with Mexico, using the South Pacific Coast right-of-way in the Bay Area. In real life, the Southern Pacific purchased the South Pacific Coast. In my timeline, the 1888 sale to the Southern Pacific never happened, and instead we began to build south to Los Angeles and eventually down the west coast of mainland Mexico. Why am I telling you this? We'll be following Alta California 440 number 2015 across his layout, showing off the scenic delights along the line. We begin our adventure in West San Jose, in front of the imposing Del Monte packing house, not far from where Diridon Station would be built in a couple of years. The area is a maze of industrial trackage to support the robust fruit packing industry that San Jose was known for. Under the overpass, we reach Azureus Street, where scratch-built packing houses line both sides of the tracks. Robert built a functional mechanical interlocking with the Western Pacific Railroad here, the parts of which came from a defunct Australian manufacturer. It's an absolute jewel made from brass. As we bang over the diamonds here, we continue out to Meridian Avenue, site of a beautiful kit-bashed gas station. You really get a sense of place visiting his layout, as much of California used to look just like this, with orchards as far as you could see punctuated by farms and water towers. Next, we roll into Campbell past a beautiful scratch-built packing house, and glide past the commercial strip downtown next to the depot. Note the train is a collection of kit-bashed and 3D printed models Robert designed and printed himself to accurately depict SP gondolas and flat cars not currently made in brass or plastic. Continuing ever westward, we split a pair of semaphore signals out in the orchards, near Vasona Junction. A wonderful harvest is in progress in this scene, and the next stop is Los Gatos. We run through the backyards and just behind downtown before going up a short helix to reach the upper deck, which plops us into the Santa Cruz Mountains at Alma, a town that was flooded in 1952 with the construction of a dam. Continuing upgrade more, we visit Wright's, an oft-photographed spot on the South Pacific Coast back in the narrow gauge days. The Scratch-Built Depot really sells a sense of place here, and we continue across this kit-bashed bridge past the landmark general store and into a tunnel. On the other side of the tunnel, we arrive in Glenwood. It is here we take on some water and turn our train around. Through the far tunnel is the staging at Santa Cruz. The tunnel is rather beautifully scratch-built, including prototypically correct timber lining. The staging yard has paper cutouts of Santa Cruz famous casino and other recognizable landmarks. I really appreciate how Robert managed to pack an entire branch line into little more than half of his 2-car garage. Yet the scenes have breathing room between them, and you really feel like you're going somewhere. Also, one of the rare multi-deck layouts that doesn't feel like both decks are competing for space and attention. Nothing sells a sense of place better than recognizable structures, and it really is a thoughtfully cohesive layout. Robert's deep interest in not just the railroad, but industrial, social, and architectural history beside the tracks makes this layout really come to life. Cohesive world building is one of the most important takeaways I absorbed when it comes to making a believable layout. Having experienced the Vasona Branch, I feel inspired to continue going the extra mile to work stories into every layout I build. I've been following the construction of the Vasona Branch on his blog for over a decade, and it was wonderful to spend an afternoon running trains. This has been Interurban Era. Until next time.